This is Kyle with HHSmithy. Today we're going to talk about how Full Tilt Poker was in your computer stealing your product keys. This is a security and vulnerability analysis report by HHSmithy, produced by me, of course. So, Full Tilt Poker, remember them? Yeah, of course. They were the leaders in internet poker room security. They always caught tons of bots, and there were no complaints of collusion on the site. Is that not true? But they were independently audited, and that's that's what everybody's pushing for U.S. poker regulation. Sort of, anyway. Both PokerStars and Full Tilt Poker were audited by Cigital. They analyzed their random number generating solutions, the hardware and the software. So entropy, entropy hardware, and the software that drove it. People take this to mean that the entire source code was analyzed, and that's not really true. So what did Cigital really say? The validity section of the report said, this determination of statistical randomness does not extend beyond the software and hardware components examined. These results pertain only to systems composed of the hardware and software that were tested when they are operated in the manner described to Cigital during the evaluation. And there's the source. If you want to check it out, it's on fulltiltpoker.com/images/com/en. Yeah, that's there. So what does an audit really mean? The common auditing procedures that Full Tilt Poker and PokerStars use to put the fancy Cigital logo on their website only verifies their RNG, nothing else. All that tells you is that, the RNG is not rigged. Maybe. Remember, Cigital only analyzes it under specific conditions. There's really no way to guarantee that Full Tilt Poker used this package in their production code. Anyway, that's not really the point of this YouTube video. What we're going to talk about is how Full Tilt Poker tried to stop multi-accounters. Full Tilt Poker put a bunch of information together from your machine. They checked normal stuff like, the hard disk serial information. It's totally normal. The CLS ID in Windows. Yep. The machine GUI ID. Yep. The number of processors in the computer. Not really sure what that'll tell you, but it's fine. The IP address. Well, obviously, you have to connect. The MAC address, of course, of your network card. And your Windows product key. Your Windows product key. Is there anything wrong with that? Well, the one that's used to authenticate your copy of Windows with Microsoft. The one that costs hundreds of dollars if you buy it. So, WTF is up with that? So who said this was alright? Well, certainly not Cigital. They never took a look at this kind of code. And, moreover, what regulator would look at this and say, yeah, it's probably reasonable to send data worth hundreds of dollars over the wire in an attempt to identify people? Also of interest, they hid it in an image file through a process called steganography. And obviously they didn't do a very good job since it was trivial to find. So, you can draw your own conclusions from that. So independent analysis is necessary. That's the message that HHSmithy is driving. Users had no idea that this information was being sent, and since Full Tilt's not even around anymore, it's not even that big of a deal. But if low-level Full Tilt employees could access the data, well, you can draw your own conclusions. Just assume some low-level CSR has the data. Yeah, that's not good. And what if the site's database or files were breached, like Ultimate Bet's user list? Releasing millions of Windows keys into the wild is a huge boon for malicious hackers. It's a real problem. So, for more information, if you're interested in the technical details, and who isn't, check out our blog post on it over at hhsmithy.com/blog. Remember, check out the exploits we found on the Party Poker and Bodog Anonymous tables. Thanks for watching. Please add us to Twitter. We have like 9 followers. It's pretty embarrassing.